So let's see. Greenhouse is a transparent room wherein all the crops, plants are kept for harvesting. The purpose of this transparent house is the sunlight when reaching the plant, it reaches the plants in abundant amount. But while returning, it does not go anywhere. So the plants stay warm throughout the year. There are many benefits of farmers because of this greenhouse. But there is a negative side of this greenhouse. Greenhouse actually releases a lot of toxic gas at once and also traps heat. That heat causes global warming. The toxic gas released at once is in abundant amount and it is harmful for our respiratory system as well as the environment outside. The gas needs to be released at a small amount of time, not at once all over. Now I would like, there was a quote said by Elon Musk which is, we could warm up Mars with greenhouse gases. It's time to act. We have a solution. It will be explained by Durva.
Before I elaborate the solution, I would like to ask you a question. Have you heard of greenhouse monitoring system? That's all fine. We can cover it up with the solution as well as the working of our system. So starting with the solution. This system resolves to solve problems caused due to greenhouse emissions and provide proper ventilation at the necessary point of time. This system uses soil moisture sensor to monitor the agriculture field as we aim to make it available for farmers who are working on their field as well as for students who are obtaining their further studies in the field of agriculture. We think farmers are the sole foundation of a country's development and hence we start to make their work easy with the help of technology. At the same time, we want to solve the heat and other problems caused due to greenhouse emission. The primary purpose of this project is Agrotech Brief. Agrotech is basically a term we have used to visualize a futuristic development. This term indicates using sustainable technological methods in the field of agriculture. The objectives of this project is to provide a better lifestyle to our farmers and use sustainable technological methods to ease the process in farming. Now Devyani will explain the working of a project which we have come up with.
So before I start with the working of the model, I would like to draw your attention to some basic components we have used in the system. Firstly, we have used DHT11, then soil moisture sensor, gas sensor, as well as LDR sensor. Has anyone heard of these sensors? That's totally fine. I'll cover it up. So, starting with the soil moisture sensor, as we all know that there are agricultural fields, there will be agricultural fields present in the greenhouse. So, to monitor those agricultural fields, we have used the soil moisture sensor to keep a record of the soil moisture level in the agricultural fields. Then we have used DHT11, which is a temperature and humidity based sensor. So, it will monitor the temperature as well as the humidity level of the environment provided to the agricultural fields in the greenhouse. Then we have used gas sensor, which will detect the greenhouse gases like methane or any other greenhouse gases and would detect it and ventilate it out through the ventilation fan which is present in the system. Then we have used LDR sensor, as Arzoo had already mentioned before, that there's abundant sunlight provided to the greenhouse which gets trapped in there. So to keep a record and monitor that light present in the greenhouse, we are using the LDR sensor. Now how it basically works is that the DHT11, as we know, there's a slight rise and fall in the temperature because of the presence of greenhouse around us. So to monitor that, we have used DHT11 for the accuracy basically. So what will happen is that we have set a limit. The limit is of 35 degrees Celsius for temperature and 60% for humidity. When this limit gets exceeded by the environment present in the greenhouse, that time the heat which is getting trapped inside the greenhouse would be
sensor which will detect the greenhouse gases. When there's greenhouse gases present in the system, in the greenhouse, that time the ventilation fan would again start working and ventilate it out in the environment. At this, it won't be ventilated out in one go. It will come in small amounts, as she had already mentioned before. That's all. We have also used LCD screen to keep a record of all the things which will be detected.
Group, you have 2 more minutes. Now, to summarize the whole project, I would like to state a current news related to our project. Firstly, according to the news headlines, the Hindu 557 farmers were suicide in Maharashtra's Amravati in last 6 months, and more than 20 lakh suicides of farmers have been recorded in Maharashtra only. Overall, in India, the number of suicides of death is 10 daily. So, in conclusion, I would like to state a wonderful phrase. Stating problem is what everyone does, and solving problems is what innovators do. So, I would appreciate your support to innovators of tomorrow like us. We will start the demonstration. See that LCD displays the inside air.
The LCD screen is displaying all the data which is collected by the sensors present in the system, while we have tried making methane gas, but it's not possible. It was impossible to make methane gas, so it's not used here. But it does work with the ventilation fan if we create methane gas and the methane gas is present in the system. Thank you. If there are any questions.
Thank you very much, team. Any specific use case you can think of? I understand greenhouse, but any specific use case anywhere you can see this can be used?
Actually, I think it will be very useful for the farmers, because we all know farmers are the sole foundation of a country's development. So I think it will be quite useful for the farmers to monitor their agricultural fields, and we want that farmers of a country should be proud while saying that they are actually farmers.
And how much it will cost to build something like this?
The prototype which is made costs around 2,000, but if you make it a human efficient size, it will be less than 40,000. The existing solution was the greenhouse monitoring system was already created by students of Shiraz University in Tehran, Iran, but the cost of making that was very high. For example, they have used 4 nodes. In that, they have used MAC layers of Bluetooth and also Zigbee sensors. One Zigbee sensor costs around 2,000. They have used 4 nodes. In each node, they have used 26 Zigbee sensors. So the cost of Zigbee sensors alone is around 2,08,000. The overall price of the system that they have created is less than 4 lakhs, but almost more than 3,50,000.
Wow, that's fantastic. So, I remember one presentation which I attended in Australia. This was regarding preparing wines. And one of the greenhouse scenario which use case is grapes. If you can cultivate grapes in the right quality, the wine quality will increase. And I see a very good use case where you can use for the grape farmers. And they will control the temperature, methane and everything. Get a better quality of grapes, which means better quality of wine. Thank you very much, team.
Thank you, sir.